Indiana's news leader. Eyewitness News Night Beat starts now.
New information tonight in the search for a missing Indianapolis pilot. He vanished more than a week ago after flying out of Eagle Creek Airport. The mystery now, what happened during that flight and where he and his plane are now. Good evening, I'm Jenny Runovich. There has been no sign of 58-year-old Glenn Foy since he took off last Friday in his private plane. The Night Beat's Emily Longnecker has more now on the search and the clue that led crews to Muncie.
Well, Jenny, this is the last place anyone saw Glenn Foy as he took off in his private plane, say investigators, last Friday here from the Eagle Creek Airport. Since then, there's been no word from the 58-year-old businessman, but the focus of the search right now is in Muncie. This YouTube video shows Glenn Foy at the controls of his private plane, a place where investigators say the Indianapolis business owner was comfortable being.
He's a very safe pilot from everything that we were able to come up with. He's a very experienced pilot, and it's very common for him to travel long distances to go to air shows or just anywhere he feels like going.
But no one knows where Foy was headed last Friday when he took off from Eagle Creek Airport at 4:30 in the afternoon. Private pilots aren't required to file a flight plan, and Foy didn't. His business partners say investigators reported him missing days later when he hadn't shown up to work.
Unfortunately, if we could get a flight plan, that would help us out a lot.
All Indiana's Civil Air Patrol has to go on for now is information from the FAA about an aircraft last Friday seen on radar near Muncie.
The aircraft was flying through 7,000 to 6,000 feet and broke through 6,000 feet, and then it fell off of the radar at that time.
Investigators don't even know, though, if that aircraft was the one Foy was flying. But with still no sign of him or his plane, it's their best clue so far.
You probably aren't looking for an entire aircraft. You could be looking for smaller parts of an aircraft. So we're actually looking for clues that would lead us to those.
And that's meant an air and ground search, trying to pick up a signal from an electronic location transmitter from the plane.
It's very possible that he could have went down in a small wooded area and you wouldn't see him or notice him or hear anything. If the engine was cut early, it's just tree branches falling. I mean, it's just really too hard to tell without actually just going and looking.
So that's what the Civil Air Patrol is doing, with still no sign of Glenn Foy or his plane. Investigators say Foy has a home in Tennessee, but there's no sign of him there. His plane is called a Yak 52. It's a two-seater, and it doesn't have a black box. Emily Longnecker, Channel 13, Eyewitness News.
Emily, thanks. Police ask anyone who may have noticed a plane in distress last week to come forward.